Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get first crack at it here. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, TCU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jayhawks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Cook. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jayhawks are flying down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, schemes, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to throw on third. It's complete to the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jayhawks. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the run, it's Robinson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. That's caught. It's James. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go through.
And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. to the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grab near the sticks. It's Payne. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! The Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Trying play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. Hits him with a stiff arm.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Robinson. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Pickett. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Pickett. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw again. Floats it out in space. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Parachek. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Caught close to the marker, it's Stewart. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
The official says no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They've got to do their job.
Got the quick pass. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Finds a tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Payne. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got a man. It's Cook. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And the Jayhawks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Swings it out to the flat. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The play-action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Robinson. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Payne. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it on the run. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going for 6. Touchdown, TCU! And that one will give them the lead. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Parachek. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On the move, he fires. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. On the ground, it's Payne. Breaks into the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. A first down run on the doorstep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They're trying to slam it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Parachek. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
By the receiver.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. With jet sweep pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put that.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Jayhawks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And This offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Parachek. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Jayhawks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here's the handoff. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime, or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives.
Free up the gut. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Hoover. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late. But with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This for the lead and very likely the win. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This almost certainly to win the game. Smashes it between the uprights. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.